Are you singing along? Were you singing along, gang? Would you like to sing along to the theme tune before I appear in a puff of smoke? Good morning to you. It's Saturday the 30th of May 2020. Welcome along to this morning's Saturday talk show, boys and girls. Already a nice looking day outside. The sun is shining down to each and every one of us. And yes, it's back again. Your favourite jacket. I'm just going to do a twirl for you, boys and girls. A little twirl for you. A little twirl. Little twirl for you. The pineapple jacket is back. You like this one, don't you? Don't you want to just cut the top off me and eat me? I think you do. I think you do. Good morning to you. As I say, nice day today. Looks like it's going to be very, very hot this weekend. In the Daily Mirror today, UK weather forecast. Sunday set to be the hottest day of the year as British people get ready for their barbecues. I must admit, perhaps I'm one of the lucky ones. I don't mind the smell of a barbecue. I quite like it. I know some people mind. Oh, they got a barbecue next door. It's not fair. We can't breathe fresh air anymore. You know, I mean, I doubt out of my mind that the fact that there are dead animals roasting away on a fire. Chestnuts on open fire. Hedgehogs are on there as well. Dead pigs and dead cows and dead chickens. They're roasting just for you. They were walking around just a few days ago. And now you're about to eat dead animals. Nothing wrong with having a carrot or two on there instead of that dead animal, boys and girls. Although I draw the line at peas. I think they'd keep falling through the little grate on the top, wouldn't they? You'd have great difficulty trying to barbecue peas, I think. Carrots, yes. Peas, perhaps not. But nevertheless, after temperatures hit Scotland got 28 degrees yesterday. Surely not Glasgow. Glasgow has permanent rain. When God created the earth, whichever one that you respond to, for some reason, he installed a tap over Glasgow. And don't know why that is. But 28 degrees yesterday in Scotland yesterday. British people are due to ever more scorching temperatures today and tomorrow. We're going to be scorched. I quite like a little bit of scorching, I must say. A little bit scorching today and tomorrow with dry and sunny weather forecast across the UK. When it says dry, I've got to say, every night I'm watering my garden. Not the sprinkler. I never water the lawn. The lawn hasn't been cut now for 2 or 3 weeks. Why? It's just not growing. There's no water. And there are big areas where it looks dead, but you know as well as I do, if you've been gardening a while, I'm only amateur at most things I do, to be honest, including this. We are amateurs, boys and girls. But never ever pretend that you know something about something when you don't, because you can end up looking very, very foolish. And I know sitting here making little comments about my garden. I'm always very careful to say I'm not a professional gardener, because some very clever person will be Googling it. Some sad, lonely person Googles everything that I say, looking for little faults. You know? So always, never pretend that you're not a professional or anything like that. Amateur gardener. And I know from experience, though, that the grass comes straight back. Load of rain, comes straight back up again. Pointless chucking gallons and gallons of water on that lawn, especially if, like me, you've got a water meter. Oh, my God. Oh, I thought I was watering my garden the other day with my sprinkle thing. Not sprinkler. What's that? The sprinkle thing, like a gun. You push it and water fires out there. Very good for getting squirrels. Yes. If you've got a squirrel problem, and I've had those in the loft, not funny. Not funny if you have squirrels in the loft. Okay? If you've got one of those sprinkler guns with the different settings, one of them, it's like a phaser. You know, from Star Trek. Bum 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 ba 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 ba. These are the voyages of Chris Reardon and his garden. Ba-bum, bum, bum. Watch out for aliens like the lily beetle. Ba-ba-ba, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba, ba-ba, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. I could do the whole theme song if you want me to. No? Okay, please yourselves. Please yourselves. So in the garden, it's got different settings. One of them, I'm sure it should be called phaser. and you turn it on, and you press the little water gun, and this jet of water fires out the front of it. It goes about 200 miles down the road. Very good for social distancing. We should all be carrying one of these water gun things that, things that you attach to the hose for social distancing. Perhaps they could bring out a portable one. There you go. There's a business opportunity. It's no use sitting at home, dear. Ow, I haven't got a job. I'm so bored. Older people tend not to get bored. We've always got something to do. But younger people who are sitting, I'm fed up playing my computer games now. I'm so bored. I've got nothing to do. I'm bored in the house and I'm in the house bored. Bored in the house and I'm in the house bored. Will go and invent a portable water jet thing. Something better. Have you seen those things that? Oh, actually, no, you no need to do that. They've already invented it. Have you seen those children's guns? These things are enormous. I can't believe children are allowed to buy them. No, you don't put bullets in them. Don't be silly. Don't be silly. You fill them up with water. My God, the water shoots out of those. I might buy one myself. Because, of course, if eventually I'm allowed to travel to my caravan, if I'm allowed to, when I can travel to my caravan or not, at the delightful Chapel Hill in Lincolnshire, when I'm allowed to go there, I will be going to see great nieces and nephews, but there might not be any social contact. Might still be the whole 2-metre thing. But that's okay. Uncle Chris will turn up with his water cannon. How fantastic would that be? Oh, just imagine the delight on great niece Evie's 8-year-old face and probably great nephew Harry, who's 7 years old. And even Olivia. Even Olivia in a special medical pram type thing. Just imagine the delight of their face when Uncle Chris appears with a water cannon. Oh no, don't worry, I'm not going to fire it at the children. It'll be the mum and dad, my nephew and his wife. Oh, Chris, why are you doing that? Because it's fun and it makes the children laugh. That's why. I think that's an excellent idea. So there you go, boys and girls. Next time you go and see great nieces and great nephews, my advice is to take a water cannon, and therefore, anyone gets too close to you, within 2 metres, social distancing. Social distancing, you just fire the water cannon. And it's a bit like that, you see, with that attachment I've got on the hose. It's very good for getting rid of squirrels. Squirrels approach my house and I fire a water jet just in front of their little faces. Ow! We're against animal cruelty. Did I say I was firing it at the animal? No! Pay attention before you start opening your mouths. No, dear. In front of their little faces. And besides, squirrels are very quick, aren't they? You fire that water thing, they seem to see the jet of the water coming towards them before you even see it, and they're off up that tree again. They scuttle up that tree. What do they do up there? But they must get I'm always concerned about squirrels and other little animals that live in trees in the middle of the winter. I don't think squirrels migrate. It's not like they can fly. Perhaps they just swim to somewhere. Is that what happens? I mean, I don't know. I'm not I'm not a nature type person. I'll have to say that. I don't know the word. Naturists, is that the nudist thing? I'm not one of those. Oh my God, no. All those awfully unfit people walking around completely naked. You never get fit ones. For example, myself. You wouldn't see me naked walking around at one of those nudist colonies, because they don't have fit people there. Only completely unfit people go around to these places. Dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. Won't be doing any of that. But is that what happens? The little squirrels, as it starts getting colder, do they all jump in the sea? Because they can't fly. You can get flying squirrels, but I don't think they can fly very far. It's more of a glide. It's like if you're on a jumbo jet flying, and suddenly the captain comes on. Please, can you take the... sorry, I do that with echo. Please, can you take the brace position? Oh, no, hang on a minute. That's a train station, isn't it? No, there just doesn't echo on a plane. The captain comes on. Please, can you take the brace position? I'm afraid both engines have now failed. At that point, the screaming starts, doesn't it? Ah! We're gonna die! We're gonna die! We're gonna die! and the plane has to glide. It cannot fly anymore. And that's what little squirrels can do. Some of the flying squirrels. Yes, there are flying squirrels. Look it up on the Google. Oh, I think he's wrong. Let's type this in on Google and see if he's wrong or not. Oh, no, he was right after all. Perhaps you want to check all the messages you send to me before you make yourself look very stupid, because if you do, don't worry, I will point it out for you. I reckon all these squirrels, they jump in the sea. That's got to be what happens. They jump in the sea when it's getting a little bit nippy now. Let's go to Barbados. They jump in the sea and they swim to the Caribbean. Is that what happens? Because I am concerned that these little creatures that live in the top... I'm surrounded by pine trees here. It's beautiful, beautiful. And I see these nests at the top. But they're so high up that you can't actually see any creatures in the nests. Perhaps they're not really in there. Perhaps the squirrel has climbed up the tree and created this thing up there to fool you in thinking that they are living up there. But they're not. They're living in your loft. Get rid of them, darling. Get that thing on the end of the hose and fire at your loft. Psst, 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 psst. Bye-bye, squirrels. The weather then. High pressure to the northeast will keep the rain at bay according to the Met Office. Saturday is set to bring highs of 26 degrees centigrade, which is approximately 80-ish, 85 Fahrenheit, something like that. Someone will be tapping that in now. Oh, I think he's got the conversion wrong. Let me just check that. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, yeah, there it is. Look. Oh, wow. I'm so happy. I found Chris Reardon has said something wrong. Sad. Temperatures of 25 degrees will be wildly felt. I'd be happy to be felt by anyone, to be honest, including Cardiff and London. Home of Thames Television. Ba, 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 ba. Do you want that jingle? I don't know if Dave Moses is. I haven't looked at the messages yet. Never mind. This is far more interesting than looking at your messages, as you well know. Just a moment, please. Let's have that. Let's have that. We'll get away with that one. We'll get away with that. Out of copyright now. Out of copyright. I'll read that part for you again. Temperatures of 25 degrees centigrade will be widely felt, including... Oh, hang on. Including in Cardiff, home of HTV television. And, of course, in London, home of Thames Television. And at the weekends, London Weekend Television. Oh, those tunes! Why can't we have those tunes back on the telly? It made everyone happy. It's just isn't ITV. Doesn't mean anything. Just a faceless bureaucratic monster, which isn't doing too well. We want the little tunes back before the shows, don't we? We do. I know you do. The news will be welcome to British people hoping to enjoy picnics or exercise in parks, beaches and other beauty spots this weekend as lockdown measures are gradually eased. Sunday is set to bring even warmer temperatures still, with a mercury predicted to be a high of 27 degrees centigrade, which is about 47, 54, 64, 74, 84, 84, 85, 86, something around that in Fahrenheit. But there is little in the way of rain on the forecast for the next few days. And right at the beginning of that conversation, I did say to you, I do go around and water all my shrubs around the garden. And indeed, I've got a big plant bit in the middle with various shrubs, and I put the sprinkler on that for about 20 minutes last night. The rest of the lawn, no, I leave it. And again, out the front, I'll either do watering can in or out of the house, which takes some time. But I quite enjoy doing it, to be honest. Or I might drag through the hose and put it on that side and go out with that and water my shrubs out there. But there is an area, which I don't own, that I adopted to look after. And I've put shrubs in that area as well for anyone to see, really. Although no one really sees it except me, because it's beyond my house and the path stops at me, so no one goes down there really. That's really dry, and the shrubs in there tend to be suffering, but I don't, to put the water thing on there, I'm watering other things that I don't want to grow anyway, like bushes and things like that. So That's a bit of a thing, that is. I could do with some rain for that there. But one of those things. I have to say, I was a little bit cold in bed last night. Yeah, I woke up, what time did I go to bed? Not late, about 12. About 12 o'clock I went to bed. And I woke up a couple of times. I had both windows open. I was a little bit cold in bed last night. It was a bit colder outside last night because I've got the summer duvet on at the moment. Very thin, the summer duvet at the moment. You know, but you guarantee if I change it back to the autumn spring one, I'll start getting too hot again. So that's how it is. As I went out for about an hour and a half. I was walking yesterday, which was nice. Came back from my walk and I put my tiles up. Now, there's no video to show you, I'm afraid. I haven't done a video of me putting the tiles up. But I seem to have discovered something that I can actually do. And that is judge the levelling of something. The first time I tried to put the tiles up, they came down again. And I discovered I'd used the wrong No More Nows. I'd used the internal one. So I ordered the external one, which eventually came a couple of days ago. It took ages for that to come. And put it in that gun thing, you know, that thing that you squeeze. God, don't you have to squeeze that really hard? It was my hand doing that. Squeeze it. You have to pull that quite hard. And you don't want to buy, when you buy those cartridge things that go in them metal gun things, right? Don't buy a cheap one, because you'll do that and the metal will bend. I've had that before. And they came from B&Q as well. I think they were dirt cheap. I went like that and the metal started bending where I was trying to pull the blooming trigger. Useless. No, I ordered this one on the internet. It still wasn't that expensive, but I loaded this thing in there and started squirting this on the tiles. And I sort of, no, I'm afraid I'm sorry, boys and girls, no tape measures. Nothing like that. No. No tape measures. I just kind of looked at it and I thought, right, okay, that goes about there, like that. No tape measures. Okay, put a couple of nails in the wall to take the weight of the tile, because that's quite heavy. Squirted this stuff on and put it in position, stood back and looked at it and kind of moved it as I wanted. You've got to go about 5 minutes to do that before it starts setting. Okay, looked at it. And then on my phone, I haven't got it in here, on my mobile phone, I've got a levelling thing. You know, like that thing with the bubble in it and tells you when it's level or not. And every single time I put this on, after I'd stepped back and looked, and I then got the level thing, put it on top of the tile, and every time it said 0 degrees. So I think I've discovered that I'm actually quite good at looking something and seeing if there's like a slight thing like that, you know? Slight thing like that. I don't need to know that because the level is every single tile I put up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There were 5 I put up yesterday, and every single one of them was completely level when I checked it with the phone. So I'm quite pleased about that. So they're up now. They got 2, as I say, nails underneath them. They'll probably be dry now. Nails underneath them and tape just holding them on the wall while the glue sets on there. And about 2 o'clock they would have been up there for 24 hours. I'll leave the nails and the tape up there for another 24 hours, 48 hours, which is completely unnecessary, but I will. And then I'll take them down and take a little picture of them. But I'm quite pleased about that. Right, let's read 1 or 2 of your messages coming through this morning. Where shall we start there? Oh, there's a super chat there from the lovely Rachel. Thank you, Rachel. Rachel has sent this morning a £10 tip. Rachel, have you won the lottery, darling? Have you won the lottery, Rachel? And if so, why only £10, my love? Could I have a little... No, we mustn't be greedy. Beggars can't be choosers, Rachel. Let me give you 10... Oh, dear, what's going on there? I'm going to give you 10 free raffle tickets for the Super Chatters raffle, which is on Thursday. If you don't know about that, I shall tell you all about that in a moment or two, boys and girls. The Super Chatters raffle. Every time you send me a tip, I will give you a free raffle ticket. 1 free raffle ticket for 10. It's a Super Chatter sticker with a little cat on there. Is it a cat or a dog? Oh, it's going like that to me. You can't see it, can you? This Super Chatter sticker is going like that. I don't know if that's a cat or a dog. What do we reckon that is? Way out or not? 343. Okay, let's do Rachel's tickets there. Rachel, 10 free tickets for Rachel there for a very kind tip this morning. I never expect anything, to be honest. Anything is always a nice surprise, and it's very kind of you to do that. All right, let's just put all these there. One, two. There we are. Dun 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 dun. And then I'll read some more. There you go. Is that 10? That's 10 there. There you go, Rachel. 10 raffle tickets for you, darling, for our free Super Chatters raffle, which is on Thursday. There you go. Your name's on there, darling. I hope you don't mind. I've shortened you to Rachel W, because I don't know any more Rachels that have kind of got Rachel W on here, if you see what I mean. There is another Rachel, isn't there? She plays the bingo on Sunday nights. I think she plays the bingo on Sunday night. And Peter Wright as well. Thank you, Peter. A £2 super chat from Peter Wright this morning as well. Gosh, you don't care today, do you? Have you all won the lottery? Everyone's won the lottery. Except me. I always get people, don't you, on the internet. Oh, I'm so pleased I've won the lottery. And then when you ask them how much, it's like £5. £5 is better than a kick in the teeth. We mustn't be greedy, my darlings. My mum told me that. Don't be greedy. 353 and 354 for you, Peter. Sometimes people ask, why do you read the super chatters first? Well, because they come up. Straight away, the first thing you see is a super chat when you look at the message system there. All right. Okay, let's say hello to some people. I'll scroll up to the top. Jason Hughes, morning. Gary Davidson, Mick Davenport, Michael Pullman in Australia. Peter's here on time today as well. Nice to see you nice on time, Peter. Dr. Gregorian, good Saturday morrow to you, my sir. Mari Lowe, good morning, Mari. Hello, Mari. Oh, yes. We've still got the tickets. I've got my tickets here. Block. Yeah, look. Where is it? Look, tickets. Tickets, please. Official platinum. It says platinum tickets, but of course they're not platinum tickets at all. Actually, they won't be. We'll probably have to reprint those, won't we, for next year? Because the Manilow concert's not happening at all this year now. They've pushed it right back to June next year, so very excited about that. Morning to Gadgets and Games. Haven't seen you for a while. Morning to you, sir. Andy in the house there. Stu Art. Hello, Stu. Lots of people who haven't been here for a while. Good morning to you all. Nice to have you back there, even if just for a moment or two. Morning to Daniel Woodhouse, who's working today, offering free bingo books and flyers for anyone in London. So good morning to you. That's nice of you, giving out free stuff there. Colin K, hello to you. There's Rachel, just sending a £10 super chat. Can't believe that. £10 tip from Rachel this morning. Thank you, darling. Yes, I saw a little bit of buffering going on in there in front of me there earlier on, but that has stopped. Good morning to George Bond. George Bond sent an email in yesterday. He asked for a ticket after the show, but as you know, George, we only give out raffle tickets now during the show. When the show's finished, no more raffle tickets. Otherwise, I'm just here all day. Every few hours, every hour, another couple of messages come in. So that's why the reason for that is George. And George was asking, how does that affect the people that watch the show later? Well, you won't get a raffle ticket then, will you? You can only ask for a raffle ticket while the show is on. Okay? Thank you. No, Stu, I think that was me with a few dropouts this morning. Okay? I haven't got a blurry screen. There's no blurry screens. There's nothing wrong with your eyes, Dave. It's just your hair, darling. It's just your hair that you seem to have a problem with. That your eyes are perfectly all right, Dave. Let's carry on. Let's go past these freezing. Scott Walker. Morning to Scott today. Scrolling quickly now. Diane Jebb. Hello, Diane. Have I said hello to Mandy Davenport? Morning, Mandy. There's my Fran Green. Hello, Fran. Trevor Campbell. The squirrels are up in the tree playing with their nuts. No, that's you, Trevor. I've seen you looking at me while you're sitting down there at that table touching yourself while I'm standing on the stage. Jason wants to know, has anyone seen the whale that was washed up on Clacton Beach? Someone said it was Gemma Collins. No, not someone said it was Gemma Collins. It was Gemma Collins, my darling. She keeps going on about how much weight she lost. Well, it must be something wrong with my eyes. Maybe my eyes have gone all Dominic Cummings, dear. And I can't see anything anymore. I don't know. Do you know, sometimes I think about that. You know how we all have our senses? Perhaps some of you have some sort of disability with one of your senses. Can you just imagine, like, suddenly losing your sight or your hearing? That must be absolutely awful, mustn't it? I can't think of anything worse than that. Not to make light of it, but, you know, perhaps someone who's born with no sight or no hearing or something missing. One presumes, perhaps, of course, we can't speak like that because I think most of us are okay with things like that. But to never have had that sight must be better when you think about it than to have it and lose it, don't you think? Must be terrible, something like that, mustn't it? Morning to Adrian Richardson. Let's have a look there. Daniel Waterhouse, Thames Television sends shivers down your face. You want it again, don't you, Daniel? Do you want it again? Do you? Do you want it again? Oh. One of my friends was one of continuity announcers on Thames, Tom Edwards. You would have remembered Tom Edwards. Type it into YouTube. Tom Edwards, Thames Television. And I go and visit him when I'm in Lincolnshire. Yeah, we became friends it's about 2 years ago now, actually. He saw this show and messaged me and said, I'd love to meet you. And I went to meet him. And immediately we just hit it off like that. Isn't it funny? Some people are like that, aren't they? You know, you meet them and immediately you know you're on the same level as them. Wonderful. He's such a laugh. I tell you, Tom Edwards. When you see him on the telly, oh, very good morning and welcome to Thames on this Monday morning. That's what he used to do. That's the job I wanted to do that job. I wanted to do that job. Actually, I wanted to be the voice behind the globe on BBC One, but all those, certainly the ITV jobs, they all went, replaced by nothing, basically. And I always thought that was an enormous shame, Daniel. A great shame, that. Daniel, what about the BBC Open University ident? Ba, 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 ba. I haven't got that one. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Good evening, this is BBC Two and welcome to the Open University. That one, yes! I remember that! What does that mean, Peter? Chris, your way out at conversations. What does that mean, your way out of conversations? I don't understand that. Please explain, thank you. Chris is used to squeezing things, just lemons, really. A spirit level. Thank you, Dave Moses. Oh, it takes a real man to notice that mistake, doesn't it? A spirit level. A spirit level. Spirit of God in the clear running water, blowing to greatness the trees on the hill. Spirit of God, creation is burning. Fill the earth, bring it to birth and blow where I will. This is an actual hymn. But it's not in the hymn book anymore. I don't know why it was removed, but I've got an idea why. Here's the chorus. Are you ready? Blow, blow, blow where I will, but breath of the Spirit is blowing in me. And I think it was removed because of the word blow. Because, of course, you know what boys were like at school, including me. We used to sing that at school, but of course we changed the words, didn't we? I think that's why it was removed from the book. Isn't that dreadful? Good morning, Sean. Rachel will pay anything to get Chris's meat pie. Yes, good morning to Ant this morning. Morning to Ant in Latvia joining us. And LaBelle, your emerald-eyed passion fruit of magic, is in the house this morning. And also Mr. John Parrish, good morning to you. Peter, we don't understand. No idea it was meant to be conversations. I don't know what you mean, Peter. Try again, darling. Third time lucky. You never mind. You never know. I might get it. Those of you that have sent super chats this morning, tips will be drawn, of course, with your free raffle tickets. Every time you send £1 super chat now, as a tip, I'll give you a free raffle ticket. And this week's draw, as always, on Thursday, the prize, it's a package this week, boys and girls. I sound like Sky Television, isn't it? Selling you stuff that you don't actually, you only want one channel. Didn't you? You only want one channel, but you've got to buy all these other channels around it, haven't you? It's a bit like that with the prizes this week. There is a package, a conundrum of prizes for you this week. Our raffle is on Thursday for the Super Chatters raffle. You will be getting the winner, not only the one-off, there's only one of these, the one-off bunting, okay, which consists of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 little flag things there. Okay? Not only do you get that, you'll also get the brand new I'm a Chris Reardon winner pen, engraved, not printed, engraved, metal pen. Dave, can you watch us and tell you if because you're a media type well, you say you are anyway. You are a media type person, aren't you, my love? If you could just tell us if I would be suitable for QVC, okay? So you not only would you get this, and has now sent a £1.99 super chat as well. Thank you, and let me give you 2 free raffle tickets for the Super Chatters raffle on Thursday, only, exclusively. And then I'll do the big sell again for Dave Moses to take notes, please, Dave. You must have some friends at QVC, Dave. Have you? Have you got friends at QVC? The draw for this one, Ant, is on Thursday, somewhere between the show on Thursday. We tend to now, the shows have become on at a regular time. Have you noticed that? Okay. The show generally is on at 8:45 in the morning. So somewhere within the show on Thursday, we do this raffle, this particular raffle, okay? So, this week's raffle prizes are this one-off, only one made. No more will be made. There's only one of these, or at least not at the moment. We haven't got any more material. I don't think we'll make any more of these, but nevertheless, you can win on the show on Thursday this bunting consisting of 7, no less than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 flags. 7 Union flags, boys and girls. Not only have you win that, you can also win our brand new exclusive United Kingdom Talk pens engraved with the words, I'm a Chris Reardon winner 2020, unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Metal, listen, it even clicks. So when you're sitting there bored, oh, it's too quiet in here, you can just pick up your pen. Hours of pleasure. Hours of fun and pleasure. You couldn't get this much pleasure from anything else unless you made yourself very sore. I'm telling you that now. By clicking this, and please remember, boys and girls, safety first. Safety first. Please rotate the fingers that you're using. Don't be coming to me 3 years down the line because you've got repetitive strain injury. Because you've been using the same finger. You must all, boys and girls, you must always use different fingers, okay? Use different fingers. Don't use the same finger going in and out like that because that can be very, very dangerous for all concerned, especially if you've got long nails. Be very careful. Rotate your finger use. Not only can you win that, not only can you win the bunting, you can always win one of our Super Chatter badges. This is all in the package. All part of that prize this week. QVC. There you are, the Super Chatters badge. And because I think you're going to be quite hungry after the excitement of opening that box and finding all those things, I think you're going to be quite hungry. So we've even thrown in this week for the dead animal eaters among you, this Frey Bentos steak and gravy pie. Now, don't take any notice of the date. That's a misprint. The used by date is a complete misprint on there. I don't know why they've done that. You know, it's amazing, really. It hasn't even gone into the year 2000. But that is a misprint on there, boys and girls. Something for you to eat after you've opened all those things. So there you go. All right? There you go. There you go. All those things there. Not only, there you go. Do you think I could do something like that? Do you think I could do something like that? We've just had another super chat in this morning, boys and girls, from Mr. Christopher Woodhouse. Gosh, you are going mad this morning. Christopher Woodhouse, there you go. Let me give you 10 free raffle tickets. Mr. Christopher Woodhouse, who is, in fact, if you didn't know already, that's DJ Chris. DJ Chris is a Christopher Woodhouse. Here we go. Let's just write these out. Have we missed one out there? Let's have a look in a moment. Christopher W. I'm going to put you as Chris W, okay? Chris W, because we all know who that is. It'll probably get to it. If you win, if you was to win, Chris, I'll probably look at Chris W and think, who the hell's that? I won't know. But these people will remember. They never forget anything there. Chris W. Chris W. Chris W. Oh, itchy nose. Chris W. There you go. You get... Oh, excuse me. I think there's a little hair irritating me. There you go, Chris. 10 raffle tickets for Chris there. 361 to 3... No, 357 to 366. Okay, there's all your names on the back, upside down there. And I've got to sort the other one out there that we seem to have missed out. Just a moment. I'll scroll up a moment. Maybe I didn't get that down that far yet. Is that why? Is that why? Is it Andy Andy? Did someone say there? Andy Andy? 1 second, my darling. There you go. Andy Andy, it says. Let's have a little look there. Hang on a minute. Perhaps we haven't got down that far yet, have we? Did we not get down that far? Is that why? There's Ant. There's Ant. Andy Andy, there you are. Andy Andy, nearly put £200. Feel free to put £200 if you want to, Andy. There you go. Yes, I must have skipped. I've skipped quite across a lot there, didn't we? Just a second. There we are. Andy Andy. Andy Andy comes to play. He is there. La la la. Andy. There you go. You get a little song there as I missed you. There you go. Andy Andy comes to play. La 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 la. There you go, Andy Andy. 367 and 368 for Mr. Andy Andy for our Super Chatters draw next Thursday. Okay. Let's just scroll up a little bit there. We got to Peter right there. We did Peter, so I must have got that far, did I? Did I get that far? And do you accept Latvian money as long as it can be changed up into British pounds? Yes, we don't do euros. Oh, good God, no. In the UK, euros, dear. We don't use monopoly money in this country. Not that we've got any left. £62 billion he borrowed last month. 62 billion. If you see it on the news, he borrowed 62 because to help pay the people who can't work at the moment, which is understandable. 62 billion pounds. How does he get that? Does he go into like the building, the building society? Yeah. Does he have to make an appointment? The Chancellor. Now, what's his name? Christ. He's an Chancellor. Just a moment, please. Chancellor's estate agents. Well, that's no good. Chancellor of the Exchequer. What's his name? Yes. Rishi Sunak. Is it all right to call him Rish? Do you think it's so good? Rish. We'll call him Rish. I think that probably if he met me, he'd be quite happy with me to call him Rish. We'd be on those sort of terms. I think he's very clever. I think it's wonderful. How does he borrow the money? Does he have to make an appointment at the Halifax Building Society? He goes, oh, hello, Rish, how are you today? And he shakes hands. What? No, you're touching. No touching. No touching. And he'll be sitting at one end of the Building Society, and Rishi, the manager, will be sitting at the other end of the Building Society. And Rishi says, look, we're in a little bit of a problem at the moment. We need to borrow a bit of money. And the bloke, they'll be there, wouldn't they? You know how important they are. Bank managers. Very, very important people. Oh, I'm so important. Oh, I'm a very, very important person. I run a bank. Very, very important. Hello, Mr. Rishi. And it'll be like this, and it'll be right into, I'll be with you in a moment. They make you wait, don't they? They make you feel uncomfortable. Don't you love people like that? They sit there and make you feel uncomfortable. So it'll be like that. And you're doing that like that. Hello, Mr. Rishi. And hello, he won't be able to call him Rish, because he's not on the same sort of terms as I am. It'll be Mr. I can't remember his surname again now. Never mind. It'll be Mr. S. Call him Mr. S. Sunak, isn't it? Sunak. I think it's Sunak. Hello, Mr. Sunak. And what can we do for you? I'd like to borrow some money. Yes, okay. How much would you like, and what's that for? Well, I need to pay a lot of people's wages in the United Kingdom who are unable to work at the moment. Yes. And we require perhaps a little bit more than usual. And how much is it that you'd like there, please? And he said, That's 61 billion pounds. Pardon? I say 61 billion pounds. You want to borrow 61? Yes, please. Right. And how long would you like to pay this back over? 50 years. Is that how it happens? Does he have to go into a building society and like beg for money like we do when we want to buy another house or something like that? Or a house? Is that how it works? You know, who's the old bag at the International Monetary Fund? That old bag with the blonde hair. She's a bit mouthy, isn't she? In charge of the European Union. Oh, we're so big and powerful. I'm in charge of the European Union. Another one who's full of self-importance, dear. Can't bear these people, dear. Andy, did you make that up to £200 in the end, or are we just going to sit at the £2 level? Good morning to DSLDG2 joining us there. Joseph McDonald, where have you been, Joseph? Did you get fed up with me, lovey? Did you? Some people do. They get fed up eventually of me. They do. Is someone moaning there? Let's see if someone's moaning. Rules are rules. We don't break rules on this show. Tell me, I've changed something sometimes, you know, to help someone out. They go mad. Do not ask to break any rules. That's how it is. Don't ask to break any rules. Sherry is singing along with me, dear. Catholic, excellent Sherry. That's what we like, Sherry. Perhaps you'd like me to do a whole hymn today. We've had one. We had Spirit of God. Blowing, blowing, blowing where you will. A breath of the Spirit is blowing in me. Yeah. Morning to Heidi Young. What a beautiful morning. What a beautiful day. That's exactly what it is, my darling. It is a beautiful day. Morning to Adam the Plumber. Hello to you. DJ Chris is a lot better now. Yeah, he was very ill, Chris. Although not to the point. I don't think he had the breathing difficulties. He'd tell you. Just chat away to a mirror and he'd tell you what was wrong there. Peter Paliwoda is here. Good morning, Peter. Welcome to you. DJ Chris. Goody. Andy. Woodhouse. Trevor is feeling flushed this morning. He's just run a grand on a scratch card. Have you really, Trevor? Oh, that's good news. What are you going to do with it? Anything nice with that? Have you got anything that you want to spend that grand on? Grand on a chat? Really, on a little card? How marvellous. I don't do cards. Now and again, I will go in there because I'm tight. You know me, dear. And now and again, very rarely, I go and buy a lottery ticket. I used to buy 2 or 3 until they became £1.50. When they were £1, I'd buy 2 or 3. Now I only buy 1. Well, literally, 1 lottery. How sad is that? Can I have a lottery ticket? How many would you? Just 1. They look at you stupid, don't they? When you go, I see poor people, and they're clearly poor by the way they dress, go in there and buy 10, 20, 30 pounds worth of lottery tickets. They actually think they're going to win. You've got to buy these lottery tickets with the thought in yourself, I probably won't win, but I can afford to get rid of this £1.50. You know what I mean? Morning to Shania. How lovely. We have the head of the Catholic Church on this morning. What a shame you weren't with us earlier, Shania. We did a hymn this morning. We've done a hymn this morning, my dear. It's the hymn that disappeared from the hymn box. You know, Spirit of God in the clear running water. And it had the chorus and there was a lot of blowing going off in it. And I think that's why it was removed from the hymn book. I think the boys were changing the words. Ask your dad, he'd know. It would have been in your dad. And good morning to Gary Butler. Can we have a round of applause for Gary, please? He's actually managed to get out of bed. Good morning, Gary. Congratulations for getting out of bed there. Well done. Lovely to see my nephew up bright and early this morning at 9:30. Request number 1: Abide with me. We did abide with me on the quiz on Tuesday night, John, as played on the organ. Just pop back a couple of shows. Look for the Tuesday night quiz this week. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26. Look for Quiz Night, United Kingdom Talk. Tuesday the 26th of May 2020 and about let me see I would say in the last half hour of that show is me playing Abide With Me on the organ and people guessing it correctly, I'm pleased to say as well. Morning to Sean Pye there. Okay, so that's that. Here's a question for you. Where did you meet your other half? Those of you that have other halves, where did you meet? I asked this question because this morning my delightful niece, who is stunningly good looking, I have to tell you, my niece is stunningly good looking. I think she had a little too much from drawn on the eyebrows this morning. She draws on her eyebrows. I don't know why ladies do that. Right? They shave off their eyebrows and then just draw them back on again. Why not just leave them? Don't get it. Don't understand that at all. Why do ladies shave their eyebrows off and then draw them on? Anyway, so I'm having a she face-timed thing to me about 8 o'clock this morning and chatting with her. And it got onto the subject of Mum and Dad, Sharon and Martin. And they met at a bus stop. I think you find with most people, there's a couple of years age difference, as indeed there is with my sister and her husband. But he used to wait or go to a bus stop where he knew she'd be waiting to go to school. That was how they met. Isn't that good? That's how they met, at a bus stop. So I'm wondering, where did you meet your other half? Anywhere unusual? Chariots or somewhere like that, perhaps? Where did you meet your other half? My sister and Martin met at my sister and her husband met at a bus stop. I only just discovered that today. I didn't know that. Where did you meet your other half? We're going to have a little mini quiz as well today for you, boys and girls. Something I've discovered in the Daily Mirror this morning. Andy met CB Radio. Oh, wow, Andy. What was your handle on there? I was on CB. What was your handle on there? Mine was Matchbox. Actually, I met my wife on CB Radio as well. I had a wife once, yes, didn't last very long, for obvious reason. But yeah, I had a wife, and we met on CB Radio. Not actually standing on the radio, we were talking. I won't tell you her handle, that would be unfair. But my handle was Matchbox on there. What was your handle on the CB Radio? How fascinating. I was on the AM. That was on AM before we had CB radios here. And then the FM come along, which was never really as good as the AM. And I do have a CB radio here and a massive great aerial. I think I've still got the aerial, which is stored in the shed. But I did have it put up and I took it down because there was no one on it. And there was just a few people on there who didn't really talk to each other, you know. But one of those things there. Let's have a look. Excuse me, I've got a frog in the throat again. I'm CB Radio there. Who else? Mandy met Mick on Facebook. Did you really? There you go. Wow. Met him on Facebook there. Mari met her other half at a dancing class. Lovely. Trevor met his other half on Plenty of Fish. And I don't regret any minute. Well, when I see you two sitting there at a table, that looks nice, that does. You can tell people who should be together and who shouldn't. It tends to be people like Z-list celebrities who are both really good looking, but when you look at them together, you know they shouldn't be together. And we see it all the time, don't we? People on those celebrity type people in the news, they get together and quick as a flash they get married and they both look very beautiful. But when you see how they talk to each other and all that, you think, no, you shouldn't be. Look at Katie Price. I mean, should she be with anyone at all? She gets to him like there's no tomorrow, doesn't she? Katie Price. And you look at them, when you look at some of these people and they're with Katie and she's like the centre of attention all the time and the husband's been pushed to the side. And you think, why on earth did you marry her? Or why did you marry him, if you see what I mean? You know? Okay. Who is this you keep saying? Is this you, Peter Wright? Keep sending me text messages every 5 minutes. Is it you? Let's have a look there. Who is this sending text messages here? Oh, it's not coming up now. Why isn't that coming up? It is you. Listen, I don't need a producer, Peter. I've told you this before, dear. We are all working very well here. I don't need you every 5 minutes telling me what to do next. When will you learn? Someone will today win the super draw, incidentally, boys and girls. We've got the super draw today. Okay? Super draw is today. That's all the tickets that have been collected over the last month, except, of course, today's or tomorrow's. Look at this lot here. Someone's going to win either a fridge magnet or a mug today. Someone will win that today. Thank you, Peter. Peter Paliwoda. Oh, no, that's what we're talking about there. Sean met his wife in an Ann Summers. She was on 10% discount. Did you get a voucher as well? You get Green Shield stamps as well with your wife. That's cool, Sean. John Aiken met his other half at the Cohen. Oh, that was in Earl's Court. His first words to me were, "Oh, young man, I thought it was a weirdo. 19 years together in July." That's good going, isn't it? 19 years. I think my sister and husband are something like 36 years. Something like that. Rachel's husband is actually my half cousin. He's my dad's new wife's sister's son. Gosh. Well, I can't work out where that one's going, Rachel, to be honest. Mike Rees-Ponto met his other half in a club called Martha's in Portsmouth. I'd heard of that one. DSLDG2 met his other half on Gaydar. Is that still going, that thing, Gaydar? I don't know if that's still going or not. Andy's handle on the CB was Overload, was it? I don't know that one. Overload. I've never heard of that as a handle. That must have been. I don't know anyone that was called Overload. There was a few. There was a few that was that seemed to come up time and time again. I can't remember now. Mick met his wife on Facebook. Met her for the first time. We got caught by the postman, and the rest is history. Jason met his missus on a night out. Well, I had to go owe someone, didn't I? Gary's got 3 yellow dusters in the post this morning. Excellent, Gary. Try them all on. Send us a picture later, if you will. Thank you. Heidi met her other half on the bowling green in Chapel Hill. Is there a bowling green there, Heidi? Where's that then? I didn't know there was a... What, near the caravan site? I didn't know there was a bowling green there. Adam met Royston on Grindr, and we've been together nearly 3 years now. There's a 23 years age difference between us, and my handle on CB radio was Pink Panther. Yes, that one came up a few times, Adam. Pink Panther. Yes, I had a wife once, just for a short period of time, yes, before I discovered I wasn't doing... that wasn't the right thing for me, unfortunately. I met Stacey when he was with his mate, says Gary. He nicked Stacey off one of his mates. Isn't that awful? Fran's CB handle was Blue Jeans and then Sexy Eyes. Sexy Eyes, what's that? Sexy Eyes. That's a soul song by Lilo. Correct me if I'm wrong. John Aiken, I know that. Lilo. Sexy Eyes or Sexy Girl? Lilo Thomas. What's that one? Daniel gets a lot of girls on Facebook, but then you look closer into their profiles and you realise it's a bloke pretending to be a woman. The use of a stock photo is the giveaway. Oh, I might try that one, Daniel. Because I tend to fancy young fathers. I don't know why that is. There's a bloke just up there, actually, just up the road there. I always get an eye, and then the wife sees me looking and she gives me a nasty stare. I don't know why that is. Young father, sort of about 32, 35. That's what I don't know why that is. Isn't that funny? Why that is? Fran met her partner on Back Square. Told him to turn his ratio up. Fun things to do with tech. Met his wife on the internet radio and got married 3 months later. Lovely. We do this instant love thing. A lot of you seem to have had the instant love thing. Dr. Hook. Sexy eyes. Da, da, da. Andy Wakefield, Sexy Eyes. I don't know that one. I know Dr. Hook, Sexy Eyes. Yes. Okay, Michael. A lot of people still got trouble with their chat boxes. I don't know why. It's nothing I'm doing this end. I know it's nothing this end because not everyone's got the problem, you know. Sorry, Michael. Nothing I can do about that. Master Blaster, Mike Rees-Ponto. Yes, I knew a Master Blaster as well. where I lived in Roehampton, who became good friends. I kind of lost contact with all these people when the CB went FM. You know, some people stayed on AM, which was illegal, but I swapped over to FM. I got this Harrier CBX from Dixon's. I'm sure some of you would have had that exact same model, the Harrier CBX. I bet you can get one on eBay for about 20 quid or something dirt cheap like that. Okay, so excellent. Thanks for that. Google. For the thick people among us, boys and girls, Google has now created a social distancing app to help people stay 2 meters apart. I mean, why you can't see around you what 2 meters is beyond me. I mean, why do you need an app to do that? Anyway, this app, this is in the Sun this morning, or uses augmented reality to overlay a virtual ring around you, which you can see through a smartphone camera. I mean, just imagine walking. Mind you, they do now, don't they, the kids? Well, not just the kids. Everyone's walking around like this all the time. So I suppose you've got the app on there and it shows you where the 2 meters stop. It overlays 2 meters into what you're looking through. But you're walking around like this all the time, aren't you? Morning to Maureen. You just flashed up then when I picked up the phone. Look at that, Maureen. Just flashed up there. Yes. You're walking around like that all the time. Well, the app uses augmented reality to overlay a virtual ring around you, which you can see through a smartphone camera. It's called SODAR, and it's designed to help people better observe social distancing guidelines. The app clearly reveals if someone is standing too close to you because they'll be within your 2 meter ring. Is your ring 2 meters, John Aitken? Is it that big? Social distancing is important. SODAR uses WebXR to help visual social distancing guidelines in your environment. I don't know what that is. Google explained. So there you go. You can use it on supported mobile devices, creating an augmented reality 2 meter radius ring around you. So anyone gets too close, you can just get out that little water thing that I suggested right at the beginning of the show and fire it at them. Go away, please. Keep back. Either that or Shania. Shania carries around a gold cross. You know, she just gets that out. People often burn when they go into their church, don't they, Shania? You always know the bad people. They walk into the church and just catch fire. Dreadful people, dear. The bowling green is next to the lane, next to the Crown Pub. Okay, I know the Crown Pub. Used to be open to the village, but many problems caused my family to just use it now for themselves. We have some great parties and barbecues. I don't know that bowling green there. Down the lane, next to the pub. Is that the pub next to the caravan site? That is the Crown, isn't it? So I walked down there, because you walk down there and it's like up and there's the river, isn't it? So the pub's there. But then there's houses, isn't there? There's a couple of which I really like. You know, I don't know if you know, Heidi, there was a house along by the other road. You know, if you come out the caravan site, go right, go over the little bridge, go up to the pub, and then you got the 90 degrees left, yeah? Go along there, past that awful housing estate on the right with the very unpleasant looking houses, aren't they? You know, those grey, they're like grey long concrete. Do you know you can get one of those for 50 grand? I've seen them for sale. Those houses are 50 grand. That's all they are. No one wants them. Awful looking houses with they're just like grey concrete long slabs, aren't they? Horrible. The few houses at the front were all right. One of those was for sale. I don't know if it's still for sale. 135 grand. But it kind of, I couldn't work out whether it was part of that estate or on its own. But it was very close to the estate. And I was tempted by that. I don't mind telling you. For that price, because, I mean, this is worth a lot more than that, and I'd be quids in, right? But when you looked at this house, he had cameras all around it, and I think, why have you got cameras all around that house? I can understand one here and there, but literally, he'd surrounded this house with cameras, and as it was next to that estate, I thought, that don't look too good. Maybe he's had a bit of trouble there. That being said, that house and the one that was semi-detached and the one next to it on the left looks like possibly an older person in there, were well kept. They were looked after. But then you had one house there. They were like, you know, semi-detached. Then there was two more houses here, semi-detached. And then the next road, you go into the estate with the awful grey houses. Anyway, go past that on the right and then turn right to go up. This is in your car. Turn right to go up that little hill and you've got the river there, right? So you go left along towards Tattershaw Bridge. On the left-hand side is a bungalow. That was for sale. I don't know if it's still for sale. That was for sale, and I looked at that again, and I thought, oh, right next to the river and all that. But you know what put me off? What put me off was in January, that river, as you know, Heidi, was extremely high. Very, very high. And I thought, oh, my Lord, you know, if it doesn't come over that bank, what's the chances that the bank could collapse? And then you've got all that water. Well, you'd have it, wouldn't you? That's the end of you, mate. You wouldn't have time to get out if that bank went. Don't know if the bank would go or not, but it did look like the river was going to come over. It came so close to coming over this year. I mean, bad enough losing a caravan, but to lose your house as well. And I very much doubt that you'd be able to get insured there either. You're just too close to that river. It was right on top of the river. Do you know the bungalow I mean there, Heidi? Lovely. Trevor's gone, has he? Bye-bye, Trevor. He's off to spend his £1,000. I wonder what he's going to do with that then. I wonder what he's going to do with that. Peter Paliwoda, my wife was the babysitter. Life changed a bit. Fun things to do with tech. Got his CB from Tandy's. Oh, how much do we miss Tandy's, eh? More so than Maplin's. We used to love Tandy's. Tandy's. They've still got them in America. Wonderful place. Is Mark Bowles here today? Don't see Mark Bowles. Someone's mentioned Mark Bowles. I haven't seen him for a while. Is he all right, Mark? I think he's all right. Cameras round his house to rival your channel. Maybe that's what it is. Have you not got a garage, Mike? I bought my car out last night, funnily enough. Yeah, I thought I'd better give it a run, so I gave it about a 30-mile run. I went down to Egham, got some petrol in there, and I couldn't get my Apple Pay thing to work yesterday. So I said, you do the Apple Pay? Yes, I'm holding this against his machine. That's not working. So I've gone back to the car and got my American Express card. That wouldn't work either. You're tapping this thing and it just wouldn't work. It's not happening. Well, I didn't tap it. I just hold it above it. Nope, not working. So I had to push it in the machine and put the numbers in, but it wouldn't do the wireless thing. Don't know why. Strange that, doesn't it? CB Shack. Andy, yes. I know CB Shack. I think I might have ordered something from there before, perhaps an aerial or something like that. Peter's built on yes, a lot of the places are built on floodplains. Heidi, the bungalow is owned by an old guy called Bill. Lots of garden with it. He's a nice chap. Oh, I'm sure he is, Heidi. And that, you know, that bungalow, where the position of it is so quiet there, wouldn't it be? Apart from the cars going, you do wonder as well, Heidi, actually, what's the chances of a car? Because you know what people are like when they're drunk. Oh, you know that road gets very icy along by that river in the winter. Oh, I nearly slipped on that. Oh, I don't mind telling you. Actually, it wasn't that side. I slipped on the road the other side. You know the bumpy road so come out of the caravan site, turn left, the bumpy road. I was coming along there one morning, about 1:30 in the morning from work, you see, on a Monday night, Tuesday morning. And I was aware that the road looked a bit white. This would have been January. Anyway, I've come to the end of the bumpy road, and then you've got a very sharp turn right and a sharp turn left. Do you know where I mean? Just up from the caravan site. Come to this road, and so I've just braked slightly. Well, the car's sliding forward, isn't it? I thought, oh my God. And it's not turning. Anyway, just at the last minute it turned. I thought I'm going to end up in that ditch. It just didn't stop. I wasn't going that fast, but you don't have to go that fast to lose it on ice. I know that from experience. Oh my God. I turned a car on the motorway on ice, twisted it round the other way. Not over, twisted. There I was going, I was so careful. I hate driving in snow and ice because of this. And coming up this hill, this was at the beginning of the M3, which is just past Twickenham. And there's a bit where it goes round, and I'm doing like 15 mile an hour. Cars are shooting past me, 50, 60 mile. I'm doing 15 mile an hour because I'm so nervous. And I've come up, and as I've gone to turn, nope, it's turned, but then it's spun and ended up facing the other way next to the they call it the fast lane, don't they? The far right lane on the right facing the other way. Fortunately, no cars coming. It would have been about 2:30, 3:45 in the morning. Oh, that's always terrified me after that. I was so Why is it that the people that are careful seem to have the blooming accidents, not the people driving along at ridiculous speeds in fog and snow and ice and things like that? Do I go fishing? No, I don't go fishing. Funnily enough, George Bond has sent in a picture of him fishing. We've only got one picture to send you today. Let me just refresh that. Let's see how we're doing. Shall we ask for some likes for George Bond's picture this morning, which he sent him of him fishing? If you would like to see George Bond's picture today, I will require only 20 likes today. There you are. Only 20 likes today. We got 9 already. So hit the little like button and you can see a picture of George looking quite relaxed and fishing this morning. Rachel's got cameras around the house, even though we are in a quiet area. Love gadgets. Same as me, Rachel. I just can't work most of them, unfortunately. Heidi's got great fishing in Lincolnshire. I don't go fishing at all, Peter, there. Mick Davenport loves the fishing as well. Here's another thing here. Dramatic footage here. Watch out for your cars in the sun. This links quite well in, talking about me kind of losing my car a few times on icy surfaces. Well, in the sun today, it can be just as dangerous on a hot sunny day. Dramatic footage shows a devastated driver trying to save his half-sunk car from the sea after it was swept away by a strong current. And there's a picture. I don't think he's going to get that car back. The motorist was caught out after parking his VW too close to the water's edge to unload his jet ski in Whitstable, Kent. A local filmed the swimmer battling to retrieve his sunken vehicle. The beach clip starts with the car floating half submerged in water. And people on here will know, people who are experts on cars and things like that, I do believe, you'll correct me if I'm wrong here, once water gets into the engine, that's it. New engine required. Can't fix it. And especially salt water, because that just rusts everything away really quickly, doesn't it? If you've got a house which is like near the sea, you have to keep doing it up, don't you? Because the salt water damages it. A man on jet ski rides around the wreckage, and Lee zooms in on the vehicle as it bobs in the current. How awful. Another person in a life jacket attempts to get hold of the vehicle, and Lee says that geezer's just lost his car. A third man then comes out of the water carrying a tow rope and attaches it to the front of a crowd of onlookers who have gathered nearby. Awful. This bloke popped onto his social media thing and says, just popped down to the beach for an hour with the boys to see this fella trying to unload his jet ski, and he parked a little too close. A couple of waves came in and claimed his car, and that's all it takes. Water comes in so quickly. And it's so dangerous. My uncle lives in Australia. God, I can't remember the name of the place now. It's not too far away from Sydney. And there's these rocks here. Right? So you got the ocean and you got the rocks. And now and again, the ocean swells. Not waves, swells. You know, it's kind of going up and down like that a bit. So you can walk on these rocks. And the ocean is quite high near these rocks. And you look at it and it's quite flat. The ocean's not really moving. Doesn't look like it's moving anyway. And on these rocks, so you've got the bit that you walk on and then the rocks going up there. On these rocks are plaques. Plaques which people have put up of fishermen. People that have gone out there, usually at night time, because you can't really judge the swell so much at night time. They've literally gone out there where they think the ocean's quite calm and all that. And they're sitting there fishing, and the ocean swells and takes them as quick, just like that. Just like that. And then they can get, you get banged against these rocks. Well, you've had it, haven't you? And there's actually quite a lot of plaques all along these rocks where the ocean has taken someone, you know, late at night, where they've not really perhaps realised how big the swell is. And that's what happens. Water moves so quickly. I remember going for a walk once down by the Thames, you know, and the river was kind of near the top. And I thought, oh, you know, just go. I was actually jogging. I think I was jogging at the time. And it was late at night, and I was jogging late at night because it was one of those really hot summers, and you couldn't really jog during the daytime. You had to do it at night because it was so hot. And I think it was about 2 o'clock in the morning, something like that. I did that from here a couple of times as well. Went over the forest. I mean, obviously you've got to wait for the sun to come up, because in the forest the floor is a bit different unless you're going down a path. Path is flat, unlikely to be something on there. In the forest, well, you've got holes, you've got roots, so easy to fall over. So you've got to wait for the sun to come out. Over the forest, I've only been jogging once at night. This is a long time ago now. It was about 3:30 in the morning. I waited for the sun to come up because I just got back from work. Got back from work at about 3:15 in the morning. I was DJing in Oxford at a place called Cloud 9. I got back here and I thought I'd just wait a little while because this was in the middle of June. We were around the longest day of the year. I thought that sun's going to come up soon. And sure enough, about 3:20, it started to get light. I thought, okay. And I put my trainers on. I went jogging over the forest. 3:30 in the morning. Oh, it was wonderful. No one around. Smells. And I came across a couple of deers. You don't usually see the deers over there. They keep away from people. That time of the morning, they're kind of looking at you thinking, what's he doing up here at this time of morning? You know what I mean? But I jogged. Oh, it was wonderful. Come back here and had a shower at about 4:15, 4:45 in the morning, and I went to bed. Well, I went down to this Putney it was, jogging there after I'd finished work. Put my shorts on and my running shoes. I kept them in the car. I went for a jog sort of quite late at night. It must have been about 2:15, 2:30 in the morning, something like that. Running along this path, I got to the beginning of the path and I thought, oh, the tide looks quite high. I'll just about make it down and come back again. No. I jogged for about 10 minutes and I noticed the water looked a bit higher. So I thought, maybe you better go back now. I've turned around and I got to a bit where the water had come over. And I got wet feet. I went late night jogging in London a few times as well. And where did I stop? I stopped the car again, and this would be about 2:15, 2:30 in the morning. I just finished work in Clapham, and again it was a very hot summer. I think this was all in the same summer these times, because you just couldn't do it in a day. It was that hot, and I stopped at I think Chelsea Bridge, and I started there, and I jogged right the way along till Lambeth Bridge, just before the Houses of Parliament, crossed over there and came back on the other side of the Thames. Thames, just a moment, Thames. Came back on the other side of the Thames. And along through Battersea, and then I think I came back across the Albert Bridge and then jogged back on the same side of the river. And that would be like 3:30 in the morning I got back, something like that. And it's nice. But it did start affecting my knees, unfortunately, so I had to stop. Funnily enough, I found a little article this morning as I was looking on my news stuff that all comes in. And apparently you can burn more calories walking than you do jogging. And I thought, well, how's that possible? Because it takes longer to walk a route than it does to jog. I found that on the internet this morning. May or may not be true. I'm not a doctor or a professional like that at all. But that's what I came across. You actually burn more calories walking the same distance as you would do jogging, because you're taking longer to do it, which I didn't know that. Didn't know that at all. Anyway, there we are. That's a little bit there. Back to some of your messages. There's Chris Woodhouse is still there, aren't you, Chris? I have a FaceTime message virtually every day with Chris. We've become probably closer than we were before, actually, having our little chit-chats all there. Let's just scroll up a little bit there. Heidi, fishing is much better here in Norway, Peter. I go out most... Oh, Norway. I'd like to see the fjords, Heidi. What a beautiful place. And also with the possibility of seeing the Northern Lights. They do say, don't go on a holiday to go and see the Northern Lights, because you'll probably be disappointed. You sort your holiday out, and if you're lucky, you may see the Northern Lights while you're out there. Is that about right, Heidi, there? But I'd love to see the fjords and all that. Good morning to Mr. Media Mate. Good morning to you. There's our lovely Millie Davis. Morning, Millie. Millie is in the house. Millie is in the house today. Peter got cut off. He tried to walk from Saundersfoot to Tenby at a very low tide. Luckily managed to climb the cliff at 1 o'clock in the morning. Gosh, what nearly happened to my niece. Funny enough, she was pregnant at the time. Oh, where were we? Somewhere in Yorkshire. And you know how some of these beaches are. So you've got the beach, right? And then you've got this bit of rock there. Okay? And then there's a little bit there that goes in there and then more rock. So we come round, we walked round here and we went in this bit and we walked up the hill a little bit. You couldn't walk up, it's more mountain. And then when we turned to come back, well, the sea had come in. It's so quick. We're talking not even minutes sometimes. The sea comes in so quick. Well, we got started. We were okay. We had to walk past this thing. And my niece, who was pregnant, I don't know how far gone she was, actually, but she's on these rocks. And there's me, I think me and her husband, we got our wet feet. We're holding her up like that so she didn't get wet feet. Oh, dear. Of course, we've had some terribly awful stories over the years. You remember many, many years ago, those poor people, I think they were from China, who got caught in Morecambe Bay. Do you remember that? And they drowned. Picking those little shell cockles and whelks and things like that they were collecting, weren't they? They drowned. Dead. In Morecambe Bay. That's some time ago now. I always remember that story. Watching it and thought how terrible it all was there. So you must be very careful with water. Morning to Colin K there. Hello to you, sir. There we are. Let's have a look there. Jason's with Piers Morgan next week. He's interviewing me on live sentences. We're prepared to be shouted out. Peter, you can drive on Pendine Sands. Many cars are dragged off by a tractor. Gosh. I don't think it happens all the time at Breen Sands. Near us, the tide comes in very fast and idiots don't read the tidal times. Very, very silly. Very silly. Hello to Paula, who met Alan on a dating website. We are celebrating our 8th wedding anniversary. How lovely. How lovely. Sean sent a picture in yesterday. Did you, Sean? No, I don't have that. One moment. Let me check the emails. Sean. Oh, there it is. Yes, haven't picked that up yet, Sean. Sorry, no. I'll hold on to that for Monday's show if that's all right, Sean. I can't put it on there now because the pictures start jumping to transfer from one to the other. Thank you, Sean. It's a bit difficult trying to keep up with everything sometimes. How are we doing on likes? Have we got 20 likes yet for George's picture? Let's have a look. Nope, only 15 likes. Oh dear. Never mind. Never mind. Perhaps we'll hold that till Monday as well. If you'd like to see George Bond's picture this morning, send us a like, boys and girls. We need 20 likes to be able to see George's picture for you this morning, okay? Norway's a beautiful country. Need to go up north for the best view of the Northern Lights. 2-day drive. Oh, gosh. You've seen them a few times, have you, Heidi? How fantastic is that? I like the sound of that. LaBelle likes... I like theme tunes, LaBelle. I do like theme tunes very much there. Okay, bet you couldn't jog now, Chris. No, I can't, Mick. I've got a bad knee. And it started when I was jogging and it's never recovered, really. It comes and goes all the time. It's been okay, actually, funnily enough, since the lockdown, my knee hasn't been too bad at all. And I do feel I'm probably doing more exercise than I do normally. You know, I go to swimming. I haven't been able to do swimming. But with the swimming, I get in the car. I drive half an hour to the swimming pool in Boston when I'm up north. I swim for about 45 minutes. Then I get out again. And it's non-stop. Or now I'm going out walking or cycling. It tends to be like an hour and a half at a time. And I think that's what's stopping my weight go up. I think that's probably what's stopping my weight go up. I was just telling you, yeah, I went for a little bit of a drive last night, funnily enough, down to Egham and back to get cheap petrol. I didn't specifically go to get... I wouldn't drive that way to all that distance to save a few pence of cheap petrol. I wanted to take the car for a run. That's what it was. And I went past the Sainsbury's one, 102.9. I thought, oh, excellent. So I've got down to the Esso one. I forgot what the Sainsbury's price was. And I filled up at Esso, 104.9. It's mad, isn't it? Gav Out and About has sent a £2 a one. It's a $1.99 sticker thing you've sent. I think, what sticker have you sent? As a matter of fact, I keep forgetting to see the stickers. Oh, is it a sticker? Is that a sticker or a super chat? Doesn't matter. Anyway, thank you very much for that, Gavin. Let me give you a couple of free tickets there. There we are. Right, let's just 369 and 370 for Gavin. What's he saying? Song for Mick. Let you choose the song. Gavin wants a song today, do you? Do you really? You can't have a song every morning, surely, Gavin. 369 and 370. There you are, Gavin. Let me give you 2 free raffle tickets there. 369 and 370. Right. You want a song, do you? What shall we have? I don't know. What song should we have there? You and your songs. You like the songs in the morning, don't you? I don't know why. Get a professional singer to sing, not me. Let's have a look. What did I was looking at YouTube last night, actually. Various different little bits and pieces of music. I have to be so careful with music. What did I do last night? There was someone in China, I think, was playing that. Let's try this one. Should we do this one? Oh, I did a TikTok of this. Shall I do this one? Let's try this one then. I might drop it a bit. or go up a little bit. Oh, yeah, babies. It's the 3 degrees specially paid for Gavin today, boys and girls. Are you ready? Join me with the ooh bits. Precious moments, when will I see you again? When will we share precious moments? Will I have to wait forever? Will I have to suffer and cry the whole night through? When will I see you again? Oh yeah, baby! When will we share precious moments? Are we in love or just friends? Is this my beginning, or is this the end? When will I see you again? When will I see you again? When will I see you again? Are we in love or just friends? Is this my beginning or is this the end? When will I see you again? When will I see you again? When will I see you again? Yeah, baby! Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you. I just couldn't carry. Shut up! On and on, dear. There you go, Gavin, specially for you today. John Aitken is friends with Sheila Ferguson on Facebook. She's very nice and funny. I think she's lovely. She is lovely. I love her on the pensioners programme. She's not on this series, is she? You know, the one where they do the Marigold Hotel thing. I love that. Except they've done it differently this time. They're permanently in India. Whereas before, as you probably know, let's just have a tablet. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Oh, where's my water? Oh, hang on a minute. I thought I had water in here. Didn't I bring it in? Just a minute. Talk amongst yourselves for a second or two. I'll be back in a minute. Stay there. When will I see you again? When will we share precious moments? Will I have to wait forever? Will I have to suffer and share the all night through? I love it. Thank you very much. So we are. How come you sound better on karaoke? Do you doctor the mic? No, I can't. I can't. You can actually buy a little gadget to pull people into tune. The problem with that is they already think when some of these people are singing, they're completely out of tune. Completely and totally out of tune. The trouble with that is, right, when they're singing, they think they're in tune. So if you use a gadget to pull them in actual tune rather than what they think is in tune, they then think you've changed their voice to sound bad. And that is true. So you can't use it. You can't use it. My friend who's a remixer, and he works with some big, big pop stars over the years, right? No name mentioned. He was sent the vocals to a very, very popular song. I don't know if it got to number one. But he was sent these vocals from someone who was a member of the group but had gone solo. This isn't recently. That's the only clue I'll give you. It's far back now. And he said they were the worst. If I told you it was, you'd die. I can't tell you who it was. He said they were the worst vocals he had ever heard in his life. Every single word and note was completely out of tune. He spent ages, days doing that, weeks, trying to bring this celebrity into tune. Never mind, dear. Auto-tune. Yeah, I'm sure it is. But the trouble is these people think they're already singing well. I know I'm not singing well. Dave, the best bit was for today's show. Thank you, Dave. I'm glad you enjoyed it. All right. One more story. Oh, no, let's do the Super Draw raffle. Let's do the Super Draw. Our once-a-month Super Draw is about to happen, boys and girls. Now, actually, let me get these tickets out of here for a moment. Where can I put those? Let me put this week's raffle tickets in there. I'll tell you why. There you go. That's this week's raffle tickets. Okay. Let me put those there carefully. So we've got an empty bowl now. And the reason for that is because this cardboard thing's got bits and you'll see tickets will get stuck. See, tickets have got stuck there. See? Right, so that's why I put them all in this bowl. Okay. Yeah, see, it's still got them stuck there. Look, that's why we don't do it from this. All right, you won't need to know your numbers for the Super Draw raffle, okay? You only need to write your numbers down for the Monday raffle, which is the one we do every week. So nothing left in there, okay? Nothing on the floor. We haven't lost anything. Okay, this is for either, the choice is yours, either a fridge magnet or one of our new mugs. This is the fridge magnet. There it is there. And this is the mug. Okay, someone's about to win one of those. Okay. Are you ready, baby? Let's just mix all these up now. Got to be careful with it. This is a whole month's worth. Look at them all. Look at them all. A whole month's worth of raffle tickets there. I must be careful, diners. I won't be looking in the bowl. Do not think I'm cheating. I always try. Look, nothing in my hands. Nothing in my. Let me put nothing in my hand. Okay, put it there. So anyone who shouts out "fix" basically is a complete and utter loser. So if you want to be a loser, shout "fix" in there. We're all looking for more. There's enough of you. Adam is so excited. He's had to take a tranquilizer to control his excitement. I hope they're not on. I hope they're on prescription, Adam. You're not buying those off the dodgy market, are you? The black market or whatever it's called. A mug would be handy if I got caught short in the shed. How rude. Do not use my mug for your urine, if you don't mind. How rude. All right. We're jumbling these up a little bit. There's these ones at the side there as well. This isn't big enough, is it, this thing? We're going to have to get another one of those jars, I think. We need to get 2 more jars. One for the weekly raffle and one for the super draw, the once a month super draw. Okay. Is everyone happy with the amount these have been mixed now? Or shall I carry on for about another 200 hours? Right, let's give you a drum roll. One moment, please. Perhaps we should have dramatic music while I'm doing that. Something like this, you know. This can go on for 2 minutes if you want. Okay, right. Let's have the drum roll. I have a ticket. I have a ticket. It's ticket number 253. And the winner of this month's Super Draw on ticket number 253 is, and she's not with us this morning, I don't think, Claire. There you go, Claire. Is she with us this morning? I don't think she's usually here on a Saturday, to be honest. But well done, Claire. You have won this month's Super Draw. So you'll have to tell us what you want. I don't think she's here, so we don't pull this again. This has been pulled now. That's it. I'll just write on there Super Draw winner. I don't think Claire's won anything before, has she? Maybe the bingo. Super Draw winner. Okay. So if I forget on Monday, next time she's here, someone tell her. That'll go up there. What's this here then? What's that one there? Oh, that's Mark's. That's where he won the mug, which went in the post to him. And that's the other one there, which didn't get claimed in the end. So 253, Claire wins the Super Draw thing there. 253. Congratulations, Claire. Don't think she's with us today, but she's usually here Monday to Friday, isn't she, sir? So congratulations. So these are all now done, okay? These have been expended. All the tickets go in there. That's all of them. Those of you that do super chats and get a free ticket, and the Monday raffle tickets as well. They all go in there, so everyone gets like a second chance there. All right, my loves. Well done. Well done, Claire. Oh, let's put these back in there for Monday's thing. There you go. There's Mondays. All right, Mondays are all in there. That's for Monday. Oh, so much to do. There's always so much to do. Excellent. Congratulations to Claire. Good luck to her. Oh, Rachel had 251. Oh, well, you were quite close there, weren't you, Rachel? There we are. Parkness has something new for the channel, and it starts with an eBay listing. I'll be posting my... How exciting. I wonder what that is. Carry on for 400 hours, says Adrian. All right, how are we doing on the likes? Did we get to 20 likes or not? I don't think we will to this morning. That's okay. We'll just hold it over until Monday, along with short... Oh, 23 likes. 23 likes have come in, boys and girls, which means I can now show you George's picture. Here it is. George has gone fishing. There we are. What's that next to you, George? Is that like a lunch there you're eating there? Is that something to eat? Are you a fan of sweet corn? It looks like sweet corn to me. And I can't quite see. I assume that's a fish in your hand. Is it there? Poor little fish. How would you like it if someone shoved a hook in your mouth and started dragging you along? Ow, they don't feel pain. Yeah, that's what we were told. What is that you got on the left-hand side there? It looks like some sort of meal, like sweet corn and things like that, is it? Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you for that one there, George. And sorry to Sean, I didn't get his picture on there today. I just, there really is. If you saw the emails and the messages that flash up, and trying to keep on top of it all is a bit of a thing. But I do my best. So Sean, yours will be there on that Monday on the system. I'll probably put it on at the end of today's show, actually, when I do the other emails for the other raffle tickets. We were going to do a little quiz today. I think we're going to abort that because it's quite late now, isn't it? One more story then, and we'll do today's raffle tickets. In the Daily Mirror today, here's a question for you. Do you have anything on your breakfast, perhaps that's extra into what one would expect? For example, the English, general English fry-up in the morning. Eggs, beans, sausages, bacon, some people black pudding, a couple of bits of toast perhaps. Do you put anything extra on yours? In the Daily Mirror today, a woman has divided the internet after adding a rogue item to her full English breakfast. It says, you've got bacon, sausages, eggs, beans, mushrooms, tomatoes, toast, perhaps a hash brown or two, and possibly, if you're so inclined, black pudding. But one woman has divided the internet after sharing a snap of her plate, which contained a rather unexpected item. How exciting is this? The home cook, known as Jessica, decided to add a portion of peas. Peas to her breakfast. Her snap was shared on a popular Twitter account, Rate My Plate, and it's fair to say people had a lot to say about this. I don't think I'd be having peas on my plate. Would you? Peas for breakfast? Very strange. Someone commented, peas and beans on the same plate for breakfast. You should register for this. You'd be on a register for this. Oh, there's one or two of you on registers, aren't you? I can still remember my school register, or part of it anyway. Morris, Mulvin, Murphy, Peskett, Phillips, Richards, Reardon, Richards, Tasker, Weller, Whitworth. Monaghan, Moran, Maroney, Mullins, Mulvihill, Murphy, Neville, Noonan, O'Donovan, O'Farrell, O'Shea, Peskett, Phillips, Reardon, Reddington, Riley, Scarfield, Sherwood, Tasker, V. There was someone with V. Weller, Whitworth, or nearly. School register. How can you remember that all those years later? Anyway, a Twitter user was very unforgiving, saying, peas on breakfast commands a 10-year sentence in a hard labour camp and further 2 years for aggravating my OCD. Someone else replied, peas have... How are people with OCD this morning? How are you today? All right? How's the people with OCD this morning? You well, are you, this morning, are you? I hope you're keeping well. Someone replied, peas have no place on that plate. A different person subscribed the breakfast as sacrilege. Do you put something else on your breakfast if you've got a full English breakfast? Colin says a lot of Irish surnames on your school register. Yes, Irish Catholics, of course. You see, I went to a Catholic school. That's probably why. We had a lot of Irish in our school. Lovely. Lovely. I always felt very close to the Irish. My nan was Irish. She was a Ryan. Nothing to do, fortunately, with the ghastly Ryan Air. But my nan was a Ryan, yeah. And later on a Reardon. I thought, was she a Reardon first and then her first husband died? I think she was a Reardon first and then a Ryan, yes. Sweet corn maggots and porridge for ground bait. Is that what George had? I knew he had sweet corn. Sweet corn maggots. Well, I don't think I'd like to eat those. Gavin says it's fishing bait. Well, why is he eating them then? What a funny thing to be eating while you're fishing. I'd probably take a Mars bar and a packet of cheese and onion crisps. Or, if I've been to Marks and Spencer's, honey roast crisps, which I have now not had for months. Months, dear. I'm starting to shake. I go to bed sometimes shaking like that. Because I haven't had any honey roast crisps for so long now. Does he like eating maggots, Dave? Are you a fisher, Dave? You don't need it. You could just drag your hair in the pool and perhaps the fish would grab hold of that, Dave, couldn't they? Is Claire there? Is Claire there? No, she's not there, is she? No, she's not usually here on a Saturday morning, unfortunately. We'll tell her on Monday, though, that's all right. Oh, no, I think she's here for the bingo sometimes as well, isn't she, Claire? Fran loves bacon and smoked as well, but find it too salty now. Wasn't Ricochet, no, wasn't Ricochet. Was Leslie O'Shea. All boys. Yeah, that's not bad, is it, that, from memory, John? Considering how we all used to go out raving at trade, my love. I thought, well, that would have taken all my memory away, to be honest. Happy days are here again. The sky above. Okay, start asking for your raffle tickets. I'll come to those in a moment. If you want to raffle tickets, if you haven't emailed, ask now. If you've emailed, don't ask. I'll reply to you after the show there. Park Neskers have got a channel, okay? And Mike Rees-Ponto has channels as well. Have a look at those. They do bits and pieces, their own shows in their own way. You might enjoy those, so have a look at those. Park Nest and Mike Rees-Ponto with their own shows. John was in Marks and Spencer's yesterday, saw the honey crisps and thought of you. The trouble is, John, they do... Hang on a minute. It's pink, isn't it? Peach tickets. Trouble is with those honey roast crisps, they're not in the Marks and Spencer's petrol garages. I don't know why that is. They only seem to be in the big shop. And to go in the big shop, lots of people in there. Although, actually, if you go in, probably, I would imagine, Marks and Spencer's, very similar customers to Waitrose. You wouldn't have any hassle in there with people leaning over you. You know, the people who, I'll do what I want, those sort of people there. Daniel has the standard bacon, black pudding, sausages and bacon, except today it was chicken Kiev for breakfast. Chicken Kiev for breakfast. Gosh, it's an unusual thing, isn't it? Jason Hughes, 477 for Jason. 477 for Jason Hughes. Colin K, 478. Colin K, 478. John Aitken, 479. Colin Coates, 480. Andy, 481. Michael Lawrence, 482. Just scrolling down there. Make sure you get your request in before the end of the show, gang, because no tickets after the show. Once the show's finished, no more tickets. Sean Pye, 483. Diane Jebb, 484. Fran Green, 485. Ross Herndine, 486. Morning, Ross. Mari, 487. Rachel, 488. Tony King, 489. Maureen, 490. Davey Moses, baby, 491. Make sure you write your numbers down. We only read out the number of the winner on a Monday. It's up to you to claim the prize, okay? Make sure you write these numbers down so when we do the raffle on Monday, if I pull out your number, you know it's you. If you can't be with us live, doesn't matter. We only pull out one number. Just go back at your convenience and watch Monday's show when we do the raffle there, and you'll find out whether you've won or not. And then just pop us an email and we'll sort you out there, okay? David Fryer likes crumpets with Marmite. Do you know that sounds quite nice, that actually? Just very thin Marmite, isn't it? Mick Davenport, 492. I had marmalade on toast today. I thought I'd have something different today. Marmalade on toast. 493 for Victor Yankee Zulu. What's that mean? VYZ. I don't know what that means, VYZ. What's that mean, Peter? VYZ. I don't know what that is. Mick, I've done Mick there. Who's after Mick? Ticket, please, for Adam the Plumber. Thank you, Adam. Heidi Young, 494. Chris Woodhouse doesn't eat red meat. What's white pudding? What's that made out of then? I don't know what that is. White pudding. Alan Wainwright. What's yes, please? What's that for? Yes, please. Don't know what that means. What are you talking to someone else's conversation there? Let's have a look what you're saying yes. What to black pudding? I'm just guessing there. Alan Black Pudding? I don't know. You're saying yes to something there. Let's have a look down there. There's Mick loves black pudding, white, but I've never heard of black pudding. And chickling. What's chickling? Thank Chris Woodhouse. Ticket, please, for Chris. 495 for Chris Woodhouse. Thank you, Chris. Morning, Ross. Done your ticket, haven't I? Yes, done your ticket. Rob Kershaw. Good morning to Rob. Has been really busy with his work at the NHS. Good on you, Rob. Good luck to you, darling. All right. Jason likes the crumpet. Chickling is pig's bowl. What is pig's bowl? I don't know what that is either. Sprinter van. There's another ticket there. 496 for Sprinter van. And that's the bottom of the list. Have I missed anyone out? Please speak now. Okay. I'll do the other ticket. Anyone text in there? Maureen. We've done Maureen there. Good. Okay. Let's have a look there. Do 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 do. Da 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 da. Ba 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 ba. Yes, I thought so. Anyone missed out? Please speak now. What's the time? Do you want to do a quick quiz? Do you want to? Do you want to? I did have that on my list of things to do today. A quick quiz. We can do a quick quiz. It's just that I saw this George Sweetcorn and maggots to put on the hook. I know what they are, darling. All right. A non-heckling... Peter Paliwoda, 497. A non-heckling ticket for Peter Paliwoda. Peter, would you go back into pubs now? Must be very, very difficult. I mean, loads of people doing different things in pubs, aren't they, to try and get them opener. It's a pig's bow. Taste lush. Oh, my God. There's some people eat some strange things on here. They really do. Let's do a quick quiz. You ready? I'll just fire these at you question quickly. I'll tell you why I'm reading this. It's in the Daily Mirror. There's a story today because lots of people are doing quizzes. There's lots of online quizzes at the moment. I noticed an awful lot of them. Some better than others. There's one bloke, I can't remember, Jay, I think it's Jay's quiz or something like that. 164,000 people were playing that for his quiz on Tuesday. It's a lot, isn't it? But he did get the TV people to pick it up, you see. And he was on the telly. And I think that's where a lot of the numbers came from. But it's all right. It's all right. He doesn't do it the same as me. He just sits there and reads the questions, which there's no sort of anything else. Do you know what I mean? Or do you know that clock's even annoying me now? It's so, I can't stand it, dude. One minute. I only did it to annoy Mick. I like annoying Mick. Alan Wainwright there. 498 for Alan. Alan Wainwright. Yep. Chris Woodhouse doesn't like the same things as me there, I think. Thank you, Alan. 498 for you, Alan, sir. Is that everyone on the tickets? I think that's everyone on the tickets. No more songs today, lovely Rachel. No more songs. Okay, here's the 10 questions then. During lockdown, it says in the Daily Mirror, we've all been taking part in virtual pub quizzes, but there's a few questions that often leave British people totally stumped. Okay? It says virtual events such as pub quizzes have become increasingly popular, with friends and family members taking it in turns to host their own evening of fun and games. Some make the quizzes easy, while others prefer to leave players absolutely baffled. It seems there are several quiz questions which really get British people scratching their heads, according to news research by TV channels Sky Nature, Sky Documentaries and Sky History. Here's a look at their findings, the top 10 trickiest pub quiz questions. Can you answer these? Ready? I will read them as they look to me. If you've got a question about the question, I'm not really interested, okay? I can't answer that. I'm just reading out the questions in front of me. So the first question, see how you get on with these. Don't cheat. Just see how you get on with these and we'll come to the answers after. Number 1, what is the world's smallest country? There's only 10 questions, okay? What is the world's smallest country? If you want to put the answers in the chat box, that's up to you. I'm not going to read them out. I'll just read your answers at the end. And then you can just give us your total score and we'll see who's done what, all right? Number 1, what is the world's smallest country? Any idea on that? I'll do these tickets in a minute. Number 2, what are the first 3 books of the Old Testament? Number 2, what are the first 3 books of the Old Testament? What could that be? What could that be? Buh, buh. Number 3, how many sides does a dodecahedron have? I can't believe I was able to say that word. Number 3, how many sides does a dodecahedron have? Number 3. Number 4. What were the names of Henry VIII's 6 wives? Number 4. What were the name of Henry VIII's 6 wives? Number 4. Do 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 do. Number 5. Banksy, Banksi, you know, the painter bloke. Banksy is most associated with which city? Number 5. Banksy is most associated with which city? Number 5. Number 6. What nationality was Charlie Chaplin? Number 6. What nationality was Charlie Chaplin? Number 6. Do 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 da 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 da. Number 7. What are the names of the 5 oceans? Number 7. What are the names of the 5 oceans? Number 7. Number 8. What are Africa's big 5 animals? And big 5 is like in capital letters. What are Africa's big 5 animals? Number 8. Numero wheat for our international players. What's the answer to that one? Okay. Might as well do your tickets while I'm there, mightn't I? And put them in the bowl. Number 9. Which chess piece can't move in a straight line? Which chess piece can't move in a straight line? Number 9. Number 10. Which planet is closest to the sun? Number 10. Which planet is closest to the sun? And there are your 10 questions. How thick are you all this morning? Or how intelligent are you? Are you ready, gorgeous people? Morning, James. Shums Humble is in the house. Morning, James. Morning, James. Right, here come the answers. Number 1, what is the world's smallest country? The answer is the Vatican City. Vatican City is a country. It's not a city. It is well, it is a city, but it's also a country in its own right. Did you know that? No, didn't know that. What did you put? I bet you some of you put Luxembourg, or what's that other tiny little place? Is it Liechtenstein? Somewhere like that. Number 1, Vatican City. Number 2, the first 3 books of the Old Testament are Genesis, Exodus, and Leviticus. Okay? 1 point for each. Genesis, Exodus, and Leviticus. Number 3. How many sides in a dodecahedron? The answer is 12. 12 sides. Number 4. What were the name of Henry VIII's 6 wives? Number 4, we have Catherine Parr, Catherine Howard, Anne of Cleves, Jane Seymour, Anne Boleyn, and Catherine of Aragon. Okay. How was that? Did you get all those? 1 point for each. We're very, very generous this morning. Number 5. Banksy is most associated with which city? The answer is Bristol. I hope you got that one, Mick. Bristol. Number 6. What nationality was Charlie Chaplin? He was British. Charlie Chaplin was British. Number 7. What are the names of the 5 oceans? Number 7 is the Arctic, Atlantic, Indian, Pacific, and Southern. I wouldn't have got that. I wouldn't have got Southern, and I probably wouldn't have remembered Indian or Arctic. I would have probably only got 2 of those, Atlantic and Pacific, to be honest. Number 8. What are Africa's big 5 animals? The answer to number 8 is lion, leopard, rhino, elephant, and Cape buffalo. Number 9. Which chess piece can't move in a straight line? Number 9. The answer is knights. Knights. And number 10. Which planet is closest to the sun? Mercury. Mercury. What did you get? Come on, baby. Tell me what you got for that. What did you get? There's no prize, dear. This is for fun, Peter. Not everything is about winning a prize, my love. How many did you get for that, gang? Let us know. Let's have a look. How did you do for that? Huh? Did you enjoy that? Apparently, these are the hardest questions. These are the hardest questions that, or the ones, not so much the hardest, but questions that would trick people up. I probably would have answered the world's smallest country is Luxembourg or Malta. One of those. What would I have put? Let's have a look. I'll tell you what I would have put. Number 2, the first 3 books of the Old Testament. I might have got Moses. That's about all. That was wrong. How many sides did a dodecahedron have? No idea. I probably would have guessed 12, though, actually, on that one. The name of Henry VIII's 6 wives? No idea. Banksy associated with which city? I would have said London. I told you before, I'm not intelligent. I'm thick. I'm thick. Not as thick as some of you on here, but I am thick. What nationality was Charlie Chaplin? I would have got that. British, I knew that. What are the names of the 5 oceans? Pacific, Atlantic, Indian. Not the others. What are Africa's 5 animals? Well, I would have guessed. Lion, elephant, giraffe, buffalo. Hippopotamus. That's what I would have said. Which chess piece can't move in a straight line? The Knights. I knew that one, the Knights. And which planet is closest to the sun? Mercury. I know that one as well. That's what I would have put anyway. How did you do? Let's have a look. Okay. Well, we got a few scores there. Rob 12. Oh no, sorry. You're doing Michael 6 or 10. Rob 7. I'm one of the big 5. Am I, Peter? Possibly. Jason 6.5. Andy got 10. Heidi, if oceans point eats and animals, we got 13. There you go. Alan 5. Rachel's thick as well as me. I know that, Rachel. We've got a lot in common, you and me, Rachel. Peter can't move in a straight line. How many did you get, Chris Woodhouse? Hello to Christina. Good evening, Christina. Good morning, Christina. Welcome to the show, Christina. We're nearly finished now, actually, Christina. Sorry to tell you that. Anyone else? Chris Woodhouse, what did you get on that? Are you intelligent, Chris? You come across as a sort of reasonably intelligent person, I would have thought. Eh? Mick didn't do too well on that one, never mind. But they do trip people up. According to that story in the Daily Mirror today, they are the questions that, not necessarily that people get wrong, but people think of the answer is something else to what it actually is. So well done there. Chris Woodhouse 6 there. It's not too bad, is it, Chris? All right, gang. Let's do today's birthdays. I must start with this one, actually. Luke Trott, who's been watching the show for some time now. He did send this in for his birthday on Friday. Again, it's an email that I missed. As I say, I have so many emails coming in now, and I tried to sort them all out, really. Luke says, you said to remind you that it's my birthday on Friday, so sorry, we're a day late there, Luke. He is 16 years old yesterday. So Luke Trott, who's often with us on the show. I don't think he's with us live. I haven't seen him put up there. But a big happy birthday to Luke Trott for yesterday. That's Friday's birthday. 16 years old for Luke Trott. Happy birthday to you there. Today's birthday is then Saturday the 30th of May 2020. Happy birthday to Angela Selby. Good morning, Angela. Happy birthday on this Saturday. Gary Simmons. Morning, Gary. 58 years old today. I didn't realise he was half a year ahead of me. So happy birthday to you, Gary. Liam Goff. Good morning, Liam. Happy birthday to you. Craig Bell, who I used to see quite a lot. He's into theatre and all those sorts of things. Good morning, Craig. Happy birthday. Loredana Scarpellini. Lovely name. What a lovely name. Loredana Scarpellini. Wow. 58 today. Happy birthday to Loredana. Patrick Honor. 59 today. He turns up at the karaoke what we're doing in Central Station. He does dancing. He's got like dancing shoes. I think he does cabaret. I can't remember. And it's got a false ending. You think it's finished and it isn't. There's another little bit to it. So happy birthday to there, Patrick. Bonsoir, mon ami. He's in French. Tom Gully. He does his own chat shows on the internet. Good morning to you, Tom. Hope your show's going well there. He does his on the Facebook Live rather than YouTube, I think. I've seen him on Facebook Live, but not on the YouTube, though. So happy birthday to you there, Tom. Ralph Shields today is 63 years old. And Maxwell DeFranca today is 41 years old. Happy birthday, everyone. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Twice, coronavirus. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Yeah, happy birthday, gang. Happy birthday. Mick's not been able to hold it any longer. He's had to run to the toilet, haven't you, Mick? Never mind. Rob, as if it's nearly June already. Well, of course it is. So we've lost most of March, we've lost April, and we've lost May as well now. But never mind. I quite enjoy the lockdown, to be honest. The more sort of peaceful and quiet. Although it has to be said, I've noticed the roads are getting much busier now, aren't they? The roads definitely busier out there. All right, gang. Thanks ever so much for joining us today. It's been a pleasure as always. The next show is tomorrow night for the bingo show. Peter Paliwoda. I'm going to put you on the end of the bingo list. If you could just send us off a little email, and it may or may not work for you, okay? But your name, when you get the bingo ticket, it will say Z Peter Paliwoda rather than just Peter Paliwoda, because we're going to put you on the bottom of the list. Okay, so I'll try and add you to the list, so you may well be able to play tomorrow night. I think you had a great interest in playing, so I'll try and do that. It may or may not work. All right, so if you just pop us an email, Peter, say please add me to the list, so I can deal with that straight after the show. I'll try and put you on the list, and you'll get bingo tickets tomorrow, which start coming out now a little bit earlier, and they come out between sometime in the afternoon separately. All right, thanks for joining us, gang. Have a lovely Saturday, and I'll see you again tomorrow night at 8 o'clock for the big bingo show. Thanks for watching and listening, and thanks for your super chats. Bye bye now.